Hey guys, welcome to Afternoons with Amanda. My name is Amanda Loy and I am a virtual health and fitness and business coach with Beachbody. And today I have a special guest joining me. This is my dog Toby. He will be hanging out with us while we hang out this afternoon. And I wanted to hop on and chat with you guys a little bit about something that's been on my heart lately. And that is goal setting versus intention setting. So a while ago, like about a year ago, when I started my journey as a coach, I was kind of in the depths of goal setting. I am a super type A personality. I really like structure. I'm an overachiever, or as I like to call myself, a recovering overachiever and recovering perfectionist. But having goals was something that I had been doing for a really long time. I would set myself daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, and I was the queen of creating bucket lists. I don't know if you've ever done that before, but I basically made one every single year for the year of what I was going to accomplish, and those are my goals. And most of the time, I would forget what they were by the end of the year or a month later, and I would come back to them and I would realize that I hadn't really accomplished what I had set out to do. And it made me feel like a failure, and it made me feel like I wasn't moving forward in the direction that I wanted to. So I started reevaluating and trying to figure out how I could incorporate goal setting in a way in my life that made me feel good. And that's when I came across a book called The Desire Map by Danielle Laporte. And she changed my whole perspective on how to create goals and how to shift your mindset from making goals to intention. So what is the difference between a goal and intention? A goal is something calculated. It's something that you can physically say, okay, this is measurable, right? So for example, my goal is to lose 5 pounds this month, right? That is a measurable goal that you can actually calculate on the scale when you stand on it. Or I want to get a promotion this year, right? That is a measurable goal. Or I want to run a 5K, right? Those are all goals. All of those were things that used to be on my bucket lists often, and I've yet to run a 5K in my life, mostly because I actually don't like running. But here's the thing, right? We put these goals out there, and sometimes they're things that we actually want to accomplish, but most of the time they're things that we feel like we should, right? I wanted to run a 5K on my bucket list every year for the past 7 years. And is running a 5K something that's gonna make me feel good? I don't like to run. So no, I'm more into strength training and yoga, and that lights me up. That makes me happy, right? Just being able to check it off a box, that was the only reason for putting it on there, because, well, everyone runs a 5K, right? So I should probably want that on my bucket list too. And intention setting is different. So intention setting focuses instead on something calculable or calculated. It focuses more on what you actually want and how you want to feel. So instead of focusing all your energy on what you think you should want or what society tells you to want, you get really deep and personal with yourself, which is not always easy for us to do. But you do the work and you ask yourself some serious questions, and you say, okay, like how would this actually be in line with what I want and my values, right? So here I am talking to you about goals and intentions. I've been living for the past year focusing, instead of all my energy on goals, I've been focusing my life on living in line with my intentions, and it's really, really made a difference in my life. I am so much happier and way more positive, and I feel like I actually am making steps forward instead of just staying stagnant. So I wanted to share with you guys, though, like how you actually can make these intentions come to fruition, or how to get clear on what those intentions are. So obviously this is just what works for me, so feel free to use it if it's something that you think would vibe with you as well. But for me, I just sat myself down and I asked myself a couple of questions. So number one, I said, okay, so every single month I sit down and I make an intention for that month, or I make multiple intentions. And I sit myself down and I say, okay, what are my priorities this month? and I journal that shit out and I write it all down, and I really get clear with where I need to be placing my energy and putting my focus, right? And then I ask myself, how do I want to feel, right? That's a hard one, right? Because sometimes we're moving throughout our day in really hard ways. We're, going to work and coming home, and we're just doing the same thing over and over again instead of focusing on, how we want to actually feel. Do we want to feel joyful? Do we want to feel, do you want to feel uplifted? Do you want to feel empowered? Do you want to feel strong? Whatever it is that you want to feel, get clear with yourself on that. Journal that shit out, or, find some buzzwords that really stick with you. Go on Pinterest and just like see which quotes or captions like pop out to you the most, because chances are that is what is resonating with you, and that's in line with how you want to feel. So get clear on how you want to feel. And then last but not least, think about what those daily habits are that you could do that you need to start making your non-negotiables, right? What are the things you can do every single day that will help you be in line with those priorities and how you want to feel? For me, my biggest non-negotiable in my life is my morning me time, or that's how I like to call it. It's my time in the morning. It's an hour-and-a-half chunk that I have designated as my time, where I get up, I get my workout in, I shower, I usually dance in the shower, I, put some essential oils down in the shower, feel good, I get my breakfast in, and I do some personal development every single morning, and I journal. That's my me time. That is precious Amanda time that if I don't have it, I don't feel empowered. I don't feel strong. I don't feel grounded. And those are all things that are important to me. So get really clear about what those daily habits could be. If you don't have time to designate an hour and a half in your morning, find little ways throughout your day and in your morning where you can make time and energy for the things that matter to you most. Because when you're living intentionally, when you're living grounded in your values and in the way you want to feel, instead of just living according to other people's wants and desires, something shifts. And I know personally, I have changed so much in the past year focusing on this, because I've gone from a super negative Nancy, as I like to call my old self, to a really positive person, a person who's really happy. And despite the fact that there are shitty days that I go through, or hard things that I have had to deal with this year, or on a daily basis, I am able to handle them with grace and still feel joy every day. Still feel joy because I choose it. I make time for it, and I'm really clear on my intentions. So I just wanted to share this with you guys because it's been really important to me. Go out there, go to Target, find yourself like a really cute journal that just like lights you up. This is my favorite color, and I just like love it. And it's just, sit and fill it and write all the things down that you're feeling, and get really clear on how you want to feel and what your intention is. And come back here once you've done that. And if you're brave, post in the comments below, because I would love to see how this has shifted for you. And if you want to reach out to me and chat on a more individual basis, I will post all the links on how to do that in the comments. So feel free to do that. I am an open book. I love talking and connecting with you. So until next time, and I will see you later. And Toby, who is napping over here, says hello. Say hi, Toby. But yeah, I will see you guys later and on the web. And for now, have a wonderful rest of your day filled with love and light.